Hello, today I'm going to be sharing with you skincare trends you're likely to see coming up in 2024. As the year comes to a close, it's always fun to speculate on what's coming up and what's going to be the new hot thing, the new trend in the coming year. Skincare trends are no different. I have scoured the internet, read some articles, and I'm going to share with you the top 8 skincare trends we're likely to see in 2024. A buzzword you're likely to hear and read a lot about this year is the concept of regenerative skincare, the idea of using biological actives in our skincare to help our cells behave younger. This isn't really a new concept. Back in the early 2000s, SkinMedica came out with their TNS recovery complex using growth factors. And we're all kind of getting used to the idea of growth factors being a part of many skincare products, but this is going to explode in the next few years.
With growth factors becoming so common in skincare, you might want to know what to look for in your ingredient list. I know we've all gotten so much better about looking at our skincare ingredient lists over the last several years. What you want to look for is the term conditioned media. Basically, that's a cocktail of different growth factors, often proprietary, but at least it's good to know that your skincare contains growth factors. Usually it's going to be advertised because it's kind of a big buzzword right now. It's also good to know that growth factors can be derived from plant, animal, and human sources. If you're still not quite sure what growth factors are, they're basically medium-length peptide chains of amino acids. They are cell signaling molecules that stimulate growth, proliferation, healing, and differentiation. The most common growth factor is SH-oligopeptide 1, also known as epidermal growth factor, which was discovered in 1986. You may also heard of growth factors being applied after microneedling. Often after an in-office treatment, the provider will send you home with a growth factor serum. Or if you've been researching doing microneedling at home, or if you already do microneedling at home, you may use a growth factor serum after you microneedle to improve and speed up healing and reduce inflammation.
In 2024, companies are going to be using the science of skincare to take this even further by harvesting our own stem cells and creating unique, individualized skincare products from our own stem cells. Now, I'm sure this will come with a hefty price tag, but it's really interesting to see the development of this type of technology, and I think some people are somewhat concerned about it, so we shall see where this leads us. So we're going to see companies continue to discuss stem cells and their components like exosomes, cytokines, and growth factors, and how they're going to be introducing it into their skincare lines, because the potential for these cells to help with regeneration and cell renewal is just too big for companies to ignore. They're still trying to learn and understand the mechanisms and the cell communication mechanisms on how all this works. Another trend we're likely to see in 2024 is the concept of reverse skincare. This one's kind of blowing my mind, but it's the idea of reversing our skincare. So we cleanse, and instead of putting on our treatments and our serums, then our moisturizer, then our sunscreen, you're going to cleanse and then put on your moisturizer and more moisturizer, and then your treatments, and then your sunscreen. I'm not sure if this will stick around. This kind of seems like a fad to me. As I always say, we don't always need to follow the trends. Sometimes they're just a bit silly, but I think the idea of reverse skincare is similar to the concept from 2023 of skin flooding. Basically, hydrating your skin with lots and lots of layers of moisturizer. So cleanse, then add moisture, add moisture, add moisture. Now, we'll see if this takes off. And I want to know if you predict this will be a trend in 2023. Reverse skincare, we shall see. Have you heard the term skin streaming yet? It's not really a new idea. It's the whole idea that kind of began at the end of 22 and beginning of 2023 about scaling down the number of steps in our skincare routine. And I have been all about this trend. The 7-step skincare routine for me just was impossible. I like to use a couple devices in the morning, and doing an additional 7-step skincare routine in the morning just was never going to happen. So I was all about kind of a 4-step skincare routine. Cleanse or rinse, do a treatment step, do your moisturizing, and putting on SPF. That's it. So skin streaming is just sort of a reinvention of the term scaling down your skincare routine to 4 simple steps. And I'm all about that. And I really preach that a lot on my channel. And I don't want you to be buying so much skincare that you really can't use it, because unless you're using it and using it up, you can't really tell what's working. So I'm all about skin streaming. The term, well, that's what it's going to be in 2024. And kind of behind this idea is the continued idea of protecting our barrier. There were so many years when we were using lots of chemical exfoliants, physical exfoliants, and people were really damaging their skin barrier. So the skin streaming concept also blends into the idea of barrier repair and barrier protection, and that will continue to be a trend in 2024. Body care. Body care is finally going to be a trend. I am so excited. I love body care. I love using body care. I love sharing body care. I love doing body care videos. And I think it's silly that for so many years we just think the skin ends the décolleté. Nobody ever talks about body care. And honestly, as a woman over 50, I'm more concerned about the skin on my body sometimes than the skin on my face. So this is a trend that I am going to be jumping into wholeheartedly. I have a review coming up on a body care company called Honey. So excited to bring that to you guys. And I am going to be bringing a lot of body care to the Beyond 50 Skin community this year. Give me a shout out down below if this is something that you're interested in too. This is a trend I'm really excited to get on board with. So many companies I know, Rare Beauty is coming out with their own body care line. So many companies are coming out with a dedicated body care line. So super excited to jump into body care in 2024. This next trend baffles me. It's spray SPF. I thought we already did spray SPF and we decided that that wasn't a good idea. It's hard to put on, it goes everywhere. Anyway, spray SPF is coming back and it's going to be with an emphasis on ceramide sunscreen and vitamin C spray sunscreen. So we'll see. This is a trend that I don't think is really gonna take. So let me know what you think about this one. Bioretinols, another one that's kind of coming back. Bioretinol was introduced when bakuchiol became really popular in late 2022. Bakuchiol is not a vitamin A derivative, but they often call it a retinoid. It is not a retinoid, it's a plant derivative, but bioretinols, they're gonna kind of put this in quotes, I think, because they are not actual retinols, which are vitamin A derivatives, are gonna be a big thing in 2024. Hypochlorous acid is an ingredient that's getting a makeover in 2024. Honestly, I don't really understand this one. Hypochlorous acid is a cleansing spray. It helps decrease the bacteria on our skin. You can use it after a workout if you can't quite get to a shower. You can also use it on nicks and scrapes and cuts. It's very inexpensive, but apparently it's going to be an ingredient that's going to be very popular this year. You can either pay an exorbitant price for a luxury hypochlorous acid, or you can go to Walgreens and pay $5 or $6. So I don't know about this one either.
Another ingredient to keep your eye on in 2024 is the amino acid derivative Ectoin. It has multifunctional uses in skincare. It can help protect against pollution and light. It hydrates, it soothes the skin. It's good for skin barrier function, helps reduce water loss. Little known fact, it was discovered in 1985 in a microorganism living in a salt lake in the Egyptian desert.
Final two ingredients that are expected to be big and hot this year are ginseng oil and strawberry serum. I already thought we did that, but what is old is new, so we shall see.
The ginseng and strawberry serum trends lead me right into another trend, which is edible skincare. It's not actually that people are recommending you eat your skincare. They are making edible skincare. It's more the concept that a healthy diet can be equally, if not more, beneficial to skin and hair. I completely agree with this, and I feel I could actually do better in this area of skin health. I eat a fairly balanced diet. I like all types of foods. Actually, today, one of you asked me to do content on health and fitness. The thing is that I don't actually have an exercise routine. I do exercise, I walk, and I like to use my elliptical, and I don't have a diet routine. I'm an intuitive eater. I like all kinds of food. I exercise somewhat sporadically. I just try to keep moving. One of my goals for 2024 is try to build tiny little habits, which include better eating and exercise improvements. So wish me luck in this area.
If you're hearing or reading about a skincare trend that I didn't mention today, but that you're curious about, please leave a comment down below. I'm so curious whether our skincare trends are just passing fads or whether they're going to become an institutional part of our skincare. Thanks very much for watching and wishing you all a skintastic day.